One thing that Rockford Riptide does that we're really proud of is called PR ducks. So we know that not every single swimmer is going to get first, second, or third place at a swim meet. And so what we strive to do is encourage swimmers to be more excited about their personal bests and beating their best times versus beating other swimmers in the pool. We can't control who we swim against. Sometimes we swim against the fastest swimmer in the state, and that's not something that we can control, but we can control how we enter the pool and the race that we are swimming in our own lane. And so we like to reward our swimmers after every single swim meet at the following practices with a PR duck. So if a swimmer has swum a faster time or even a race for the first time and they've set a personal best time in that race, they're going to get a small duck that they can take home and start collecting in their bedrooms or do whatever you wish to do with them. And I can tell you the kids get very excited about these ducks. And so just be expecting that and let them know that if they swim their hardest and they get a best time, they will receive a prize, which is very exciting. Lindsay, I'm going to kick it over to you to talk a little bit more about meet expectations.
Okay, great. Thank you. So the week of the meet, usually the host team will email me our events and a little bit more about where to park and the fine details of everything. As soon as I get that information, I send it out to you. Sometimes I don't get it until Friday, unfortunately, even if we swim on Friday night. So please just be patient. I promise the email's coming, but I unfortunately have to wait for the host team to send out the information to me. So in that email, you will get a list of what your swimmer is swimming, and it's super important to take a look at that the night before that they swim or early in the morning before the arrival to the meet, because we are implementing a new rule this year that each swimmer must have their events on their arms before they can enter the pool for warm up. So if they come in with a blank arm, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, will provide this in the email that gets sent out right before the meet. But if they come in with a blank arm, no events on their arm, we're going to send them back up to the stands so that they can get their events written. A lot of times we have upwards of 30 kids on deck, and we just do not have the coaching staff to be able to accommodate writing every kid's event and filling out their arm. Now, we will fill out their arm once we get the heat sheets with their lane and their heat number, but we just need that blank slate to be able to write on. And then that's a busy, crazy time because we usually get that like 10 minutes before the meet starts. So, controlled chaos, maybe? Okay. Additionally, what to bring to meets. You always want to have several caps on hand. You never know when the cap may break when you're putting it on or get lost in the locker room or something like that. So please keep a couple extra caps on hand. Also, goggles. You need to bring 2 to 3 pairs of goggles. The straps might break, the nose piece might break. So we always want to have backups involved with that. Racing suit. So some kids like to wear tech suits. That is not a requirement for Riptide. However, if that's what you want to race in, just make sure that you have it on hand. There is a USA requirement that no swimsuits are allowed to have anything that ties on the outside. So recently it's become more popular where the girls have like a crossback and then it ties. Those are not allowed at swim meets. So make sure that whatever suit that your swimmer wants to swim in does not have that. They need to make sure that they have a water bottle. Make sure it is labeled. Please make sure that everything is labeled for your swimmer. Snacks, and then they will need a couple towels probably, and then sandals to walk around on deck. Please do not send your swimmers with their equipment bags. So things that they use for practice, such as kickboards, snorkels, paddles, pull buoys, we don't need those. Deck space is at a premium with these USA meets. And so we ask anything that is not swim meet related, stay at home. Etiquette. It's super important to build a good team atmosphere. So we need to make sure that we are cheering for our teammates and having a positive attitude. And because sometimes we don't always swim our best times, and races can be disappointing. There are ups and downs throughout the entire season. And so we need to make sure that we are there for each other in those hard times as well as the good times. Additionally, it's super important that we keep our area clean. even though I did require or do ask you to bring snacks, that's super important. Please make sure that they are not snacks that are too messy. A lot of times there's goldfish, crackers on the ground, and that can get a lot to clean up. And we ask that the kids clean up after themselves. Our job is to coach on deck, and we need to make sure that we keep our areas clean. I will touch back on the events on the hands. I'm actually going to just do it so I can show you guys. So you are going to have heat, lane, and then event number. Okay, so everyone should arrive with something that looks like this. And then let's say I'm swimming event 20 and it's the 50 breaststroke. Okay, so you want to put that on there for your swimmer. So that way it helps the coaches know where they need to be as well as the swimmer. So we will help fill the heat and lane in when we get that 10 minutes before the meet starts and all that chaos. But it's super helpful to just have this kind of blank slate to work with when the kids are coming down on deck. And then I just wanted to touch a little bit on the USA Swimming membership. We require that all swimmers have a USA membership. It is our governing body. We are a USA swim team, and so we have to follow the rules that they put forth. And so we have it also as our insurance policy. So it is very important that we keep on track with it. And so in order to enter into a meet and be at practice, you have to have current USA membership. And if you have any issues with signing up, please just shoot me a message and I will do my best to troubleshoot that with you.